got the tank back up under there. Hopefully this pump will be good. I already got my battery cable hooked up. We'll turn this radio down. See what we got here. Oh, I better be careful. I'm gonna bust the shit out of my pressure gauge. Let's see here. Battery charger not hooked up right now, so I'm gonna set it over here. 0 pounds. Well, I heard the fuel pump run. Oh, it didn't bring any pounds. Huh. Alright, well, jump start. Alright, so we found out what's wrong with the 93 Blazer we're working on. There's the Delphi pump I bought for it. So I got tired of fooling with the Airtex. Put it on. I'm like, why is this thing only pushing 18 to 20 pounds? You know, second time it did that to me. First time, when AutoZone sold me the Airtex pump, or the customer, I had thought, maybe this is a pump for a throttle body motor. I didn't even ask though. I took it back. Don't like the Airtex pump, so I went to O'Reilly and got a Delphi. And I specifically told the man, I said, I have a Vortex motor, and he repeated it to me. Vortec. Whatever. Anyway, here's the receipt for it. Part number, where'd it go here? Is this a FE0115 here? And had my wife look it up after I put it in, and somehow or another it messed up and said that it was the right pump. But then later on she looks it up here on O'Reilly's website. That's the right one? The 0114? 0114. I know you probably can't see that. This camera sucks. Oh Lord. But the two pumps are identical. The screen is screwing up, look. Weird. The two pumps are identical. I'll go ahead and back out of that because it's kind of messing the screen up. And there's only one difference in the number and the part number. But the one they sold me from O'Reilly, they did the same thing that AutoZone did with the Airtex pump. They sold me one for a throttle body motor. So now this is the third time I will have to take this tank back out of the truck. I'll take this out, go take it up there to them. And yeah, just so you know, the part number for a Vortec 4.3 from O'Reilly, the Delphi part number is for the Vortec motor is a FE0114, and if you have a throttle body motor you need the FE0115. Don't let them say the wrong one and have to take tank out. And don't buy an Airtex pump unless you have to. Nothing better than having to take a gas tank out, not once, not twice, but 3 times in the same week. Just wanted to show you guys when I take this thing out. I like to take the back bolts out of the straps, or back nuts off the back straps first. When I first did this one, what in the world happened? Either way, when I first did this one, the bolts were on the underside facing up and the nuts were on top. Well, I preferred to flip it over where the bolts hang down. I just leave them hanging there and let me take them out. And if you're doing this, it's really important, really helpful. If you go ahead and take just this one strap, the top strap that holds it from bouncing up, let's see, right here, right above the bottom strap, take that nut off. It's a 15 millimeter, and that way when the tank falls you can push this through with that strap come down, because if not, the weight of the lines will pull down on that strap, and put them in a bind. It's also really hard to get the fuel lines started back together when that strap's bolted up and you got the lines against it, so it just helps a lot if you take that off. And here, this is that strap I was showing you over there. You don't really have to take this one down. The one over here on the other side, it just keeps it from bouncing up and hitting the body. But this one on this side, all the lines and shit from the pump run over it, especially if you have gas in it like I do. It'll put pressure on these lines, and it's really a bitch to get off. So from here you just go ahead and take your vent line and your pump lines, your line that goes to your charcoal tank, and I'll do this one by one. Get you a nut driver or a flathead screwdriver, remove the worm clamp for the vent line. Now on this pressure fittings, you have a 19 millimeter on the hose that comes or goes to the motor, and on the line that goes in here to the pump module, you use your 16 millimeter. Oh, better go check, make sure I release the pressure. I already have my pump hooked up, my gauge hooked up, so I can just release pressure like that. Alright. Well, I couldn't record myself doing it, but I tapped the ring off, the retaining ring, and now I'm extracting this son of a beast here. I'll be back with you. I don't want to tear the sock up. Well, got the new pump in. Same number as the one on this piece of shit, so this was obviously an Airtex. Now to stick it back in the tank. Stick the tank back in the truck. Crank truck up. And get the hell out of my yard. One thing I almost forgot. These are still in good shape. Especially this one. This one. Starting to shred a little. So go ahead and change these O-rings here. Just to avoid any troubles in the future. On your pump module, you got your pressure return line and your vent for the charcoal canister and your vent from your filler neck. Pressure return. Vent from the canister, vent for the filler neck. Alright. You can go ahead and throw this strap back up and over, stick it in the hole. These leads you can just flip over the top. Once you get ready to lift it back up, just make sure you hook up your filler neck back to the fuel tank, and be careful when you're lifting not to pinch anything up here. Once you get the vent tube tightened and the filler neck tightened, you want to reattach your ground wire. Go ahead and reattach your ground wire and your wiring harness plug. Alright, next step is go ahead and tighten your straps up. I'm working now on the back one, or the driver's side one. Hit the front and then the back. Alright, I got everything back in except for the skid plate. With the luck I've had with this piece of shit, I'm going to crank it first. Here you go. Tiff. Let's crank it. Oh. Turn the switch on. Let it prime. Oh. Cut off, turn it on again. Do it again. Do it again. I just heard that. Try it again. Just crank it. sitting on 62. Whoa, what a hell of a bleed down time. That is a lot of bleed down. It's got quick bleed down. I would call that one a runner. Let's tighten down that Vortex cover. I'm going to slap the skid plate on. We'll take it for a test drive.